Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is SCV Rush from the UEN.com or our YouTube channel, the UEN TV, giving you guys another commentary. It won't be a live one today. I'm gonna be showing you a new strategy. I like new strategies because that's what keeps the game interesting. It is not a cheap strategy. I know what you guys are thinking. You know, steps of war, short rush distance, awesome. But anyway, I won't tell you what it is, and you guys can figure it out yourself in time. It's gonna be a Zerg versus Terran. Arguably my favorite matchup. This is a user submitted replay, so this is not me playing. A bunch of people have been sending me replays of cheese and questions and replay of questions on our email, which is DUEN at gmail.com. You guys can send it. If it's good, I will look at them, or I will look at them to decide whether it's good or not. And then if it's interesting, I'll do a commentary, which is rare, but I still do them. Okay, so Steps of War, as you guys know, is like the shortest rush distance map ever. That's why I, SCV Rush, likes this map a lot, because your ramp is literally one screen away from his ramp. It's like Bloodbath of Starcraft 2. So I would say this has a slight advantage for Terran or even Protoss, but less advantage on Zerg. But that's just how the map is. So if you guys have any replays, by the way, you guys could always send it over. Please give a short description of what the game's about. I got this one email saying like the title for each replay is like Lost Temple 1, Lost Temple 5, Lost Temple 11, and then this guy wrote, "The game are good," and that was it. And I looked at the first three, and then they were not very good. So please give a short description of what the games are about. Like what did you do? Like I teched for tanks and I kicked ass or something, something like that. So I'm gonna speed this up because this is a replay, so I have the option to do that. Sometimes I want to speed up a regular game, but I realize I'm playing it or something, which is weird, or live casting it. So getting the orbit command at a standard time and getting the second gas, very interesting. You get the second gas actually before the factory. Usually you would like to, because usually you want to get the factory first, but it's up to the person. This is not a high level replay, I must warn you guys, so don't be too critical on exactly little things that the build order and such. Everyone makes little mistakes, and it's just how big of a mistake you make determines how good you are or what league you are in. If you just get like 2 racks and then you get 2 refineries, which makes no sense whatsoever, then it probably won't make too much sense. So, but in his case, he got a refinery second, which is not bad. Getting the factories now, and let's look at the income tab. Actually, look at the production tab. He's getting speedlings. If you do put your factories right here, that is a very good sign that you will at least get 1 Hellion, and if the barracks has a reactor, then you will be getting 2 Hellions minimum, if not 4. So Zerg does scout this. He did put down his expansion. Earlier, I was going to talk about this, is that he put the spawning pool first instead of early hatchery, simply because this is a short map, so you don't want to take such a high risk putting down a hatch first. So he's getting a roach warren, which is the correct response to Hellion harassment. Zerglings just don't do well against Hellions, so you definitely want to get roaches and an evolution chamber, because he's afraid maybe this is just a tech to get starport. Terran likes to do this all the time. It is to go for the 1-on-1, the barracks, factory, and the starport build order. I do have a video on that a long time ago. You guys feel free to check it out. And you can, you see a fusion core. You normally do not see this. A fusion core is one of the most rare buildings. Like it's one of the least seen buildings for the Terran, really. I think maybe the Raven. Raven might, well, that's a unit. Yeah, he's getting a fusion core on 1 base. That's why he kind of got the refinery early, and that's really interesting. So he's doing some Hellion harass. You want to keep the map control with those Hellions, so the Zerg doesn't just go crazy with expansions and stuff like that. So that's always a good idea to keep out. He missed micro a little bit. He could have killed like at least 2-3 more drones, but these are just minor mistakes you could improve on. As you get a little better, you could do more damage. It's no big deal. He's just buying time right now. He does not want the Zerg to have map control. So he's just running around, just trying to take as much time as possible to delay the Zerg from getting more drones. And he's building his Battlecruiser already. This is at the 7-minute mark. That is super early. And as you guys know, the Battlecruisers in 1.3 has been buffed to 1.83 movement speed from 1.4 or something. I don't remember the exact numbers, but as of this patch, or this is the last patch, it's not this patch, so the Battlecruisers are still slower. But this is very good. Battlecruiser tech is actually very good in small maps sometimes, because if you think about it, it takes forever for a Battlecruiser to actually move out, and that's one of the biggest disadvantages really for Battlecruisers. If you have a short distance and you can actually get to the enemy base with your Battlecruisers with a push, that's actually very, very powerful. His Hellion is just doing some scouting, doing some early harassment, or I guess this is late game or mid game, depending on how you think about it. He's just, just trying to throw out the Zerg micro a little bit, keeping the Zerg on his toes. You can see that Zerg is clearly out macroing the Terran. This is usually true. So, so getting a early Battlecruiser, getting almost a second Battlecruiser, and queued up a third. I do not recommend doing the queuing up the third, because if you think about it, that's a command center plus 300 gas. You might as well build the command center right now, and then you probably will have 400 minerals to build another Battlecruiser. Make sense? Yes, makes sense. I know. So he's pushing out now with Marines and 1 Battlecruiser. Now let's look at some of these statistics, I guess facts of Battlecruiser. It starts off with 3 armor. That is huge. That means Marine will only do 3 damage to a Battlecruiser per shot, which is effectively, I would kill this Overlord if I were him. I don't know. That's just the easy choice for me. And it does 8 damage at a speed of 0.23. So I mean, it effectively does 8 times 4. 32 damage, 32 DPS. That's a huge amount of DPS. That's like equivalent of like, I don't know, like 9 Marines or 10 Marines on 1 unit. So this guy's a beast, pretty much, early game. Like, if you think about it, a queen, what is a queen? A queen only has a damage of 4, upgraded damage of 5. So technically, a queen will only do 2 damage per shot, or 4 damage upgraded. That's pretty shitty. Literally pretty shitty to a Battlecruiser. And there's no real good counter unless, Spore Callers are static defense, which is good. Queens are not real counters to Battlecruisers. Yes, they're pretty decent against Hellions. No, but it's not good against Battlecruisers. So it's like a really good counter. And Mutalisks are not good counters to Battlecruisers either, especially when you have Marine backup. So you get Mutalisks, you won't have that many Banelings. You have Banelings, well, how are you going to deal with the Battlecruiser? So it's a really interesting strategy. I'm going to try this out after this game and to see how this work out. And so I'll keep you guys posted on how this work at a higher level. But this is definitely one of the interesting games I saw in all the replays. I saw some other funny ones, which is pretty ridiculous. Like this guy probe rush, or this guy does an SCV rush, or try to block the other guy's ramp or something. Some ridiculous replays, which is pretty funny. So as you can see, these Battlecruisers is doing some incredible damage. This Queen is trying to shoot at the Battlecruiser, but it just tickles the Battlecruiser. When Zerg pulls out unit like this, you might want to pull back, because this is when they have a good chance of surrounding you. And when Zergs try to surround you, it's very powerful. 8 kills on this one, 5 kills on this one. Really, really good. I don't get the Yamato cannon that early, because it's a gas sink. And right now, at this point, I would just get the why is his mineral count so low? I'm not sure. I don't know why he got a turret. 3 turrets. You don't need that many, right? So you would just see, if you had a command center building and then get the second Battlecruisers out, you are in very good shape. He does have Spire coming up, 6 Mutalisks coming in, and watch how badly these Mutalisks will do against Battlecruisers. They do 9 damage, so effectively they only do 6. And when they bounce onto another Battlecruiser, well, they practically do no damage, because you have a 3 armor, which is very, very bad. Okay, so at this point, it's pretty much a good game. You have 3 Battlecruisers sitting on top of your base. It's like GG, But like, some of the things we could talk about is, number 1, he could have not built that Battlecruiser, build the command center, and while he's pushing out, he should have just built the orbital command, lifted here, expanded while building SCVs. That's one thing he could have done. And number 2, Well, he has a lot of excessive gas. Number two, he could have built more Marines, I think, because battlecruisers are extremely gas intensive. So you definitely have extra minerals. You want to dump those minerals to Marines to kind of support your battlecruisers, because Zerg cannot do too many counters at once. If he gets corruptors, chances are he won't have that many banglings and zerglings, to stop your ground army. And if he's getting too many banglings and zerglings, your battlecruiser will just shit on their face. So that's about it, guys. I hope you guys tried this strategy out. Let me know what you think. Send me replays at theuyen@gmail.com. Subscribe to our channel. I try to do these strategy videos, and I'll probably try the strategy out and do a live commentary on this, because it's definitely interesting. And Battlecruiser just got buffed, so you actually can travel, make your battle. I can't speak today. Yeah, yeah, but you can get your battlecruisers move faster between these small maps. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah.